Don't stop me now, I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now if you want to have a good time. Just give me a call. Don't stop. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. But what a night. This is what football is all about. I'm so glad we're live a little bit later. Arsenal lose at home to Watford. Blah. Spurs draw away to David Moyes. Blah. And Liverpool draw to Chelsea, which actually I probably would have preferred Chelsea to win it, but actually, Chelsea drop points, Liverpool drop points. We are now within 5 points at the moment of Liverpool, 6 points of second, which is Arsenal and Spurs. We win tomorrow, we're 2 behind Liverpool with 3 points off second place. Hull City at home. Hull City at home. That's what we've got. I mean, come on. Come on, it's there. It's there to be done. It's there to be won. And we've only got ourselves to blame if we don't do it tomorrow. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm so pleased for everybody. I'm so pleased for everybody because we were winning games, and we couldn't get away from 6th place. And we'll probably still be 6th place tomorrow if we beat Hull, because I imagine City will win in their game. But it's all about each week chipping away. And we've always been chipping away, but we've always stayed in 6th place. But eventually, you can't chip away anymore. You surpass. And our next run of games, I didn't expect Arsenal to lose tonight. I didn't expect Spurs to drop 2 points tonight. And the Liverpool-Chelsea game, I had a funny feeling Liverpool would win that, but they've just been so found out that they can't even do that. So to be on the 1st of February within what we should be, within 3 points of second and 2 points of Liverpool, I'll take that. With the run of games we've got, I'll take that. And let's not forget, we'll still get... I don't think they'll even try it, Liverpool and Arsenal fans tonight, to be honest. I think they'll disappear into their caves. But they might try the old silly reply they've been doing for a long time of 6th. It's February. It's January still, isn't it? But it's February tomorrow. And where we will be in May is what matters. And I did say, didn't I, in December, that when the Europa League comes back around again, if we're within 5 points of top 4, we've got a big decision to make. Well, barring a miracle, we're going to be well within 5 points of second place. So I think we've got to just go all out for the league. I know we've spoken about what United can win, and the League Cup's one game, we should win that, and the FA Cup's ticking along nicely. The Europa League starts in a couple of weeks. But if tomorrow night, after Hull game, we are within 3 points of second place, which we should be, I think we've just got to focus on the Premier League. There's no point getting greedy about anything else. Focus on the Premier League, establish ourselves in the top 4, and anything else using our squad is a bonus. And that's what we must do. This is what football's about. You never know what's going to happen. Very quickly on Arsenal, they've got their just desserts. I've watched them a couple of times this year. Bournemouth should have beat them from 3-0 up. They were lucky away to Burnley at the start of the season. They were lucky at home to Burnley the other week. And fair play to Watford for doing what so many teams have threatened to do. I mean, we might have dropped points at home to Stoke and Burnley, and that was bad. But we've not been beaten at home by a lower league club. Laughable. They're all consistent, Arsenal. As for Liverpool, they've just been found out. Don't want to dwell on them. He's a one-trick pony. He's the German Alan Pardew, as I said before. They've got one way of playing. Him and Pep just get built up by the British press, who haven't got a clue. He's a one-trick pony. But focus on Manchester United. That's what we need to do. What have Manchester United got to do tomorrow? Manchester United have got to go and win the game tomorrow. And we leave ourselves open. I do it all the time. I'm a confident person, and I'll go for it, and I'll put my neck on the line, and I will have a pop at Liverpool and Arsenal. And I know there's people in the live comments already saying, "Don't count your chickens." I don't live life like that. It won't be funny tomorrow night to have a go at Liverpool and Arsenal, because they'll be 24 hours on. You've got to do it now and enjoy it, and put your hands and your heart in the hands of Manchester United tomorrow. And we should be beating Hull tomorrow. The crowd will be up for it. They always are. Mourinho will be up for it, and the players better be up for it tomorrow, because what an opportunity. You might have hoped that maybe the Liverpool draw was the one that we thought might happen, but I still thought Spurs would beat Sunderland, because Sunderland are crap, and I thought Arsenal at home to Watford was a given. Obviously, Arsenal have got Chelsea at the weekend as well, so more points to be made up. We've got Leicester at the weekend, but it's Hull. I'm moving ahead of myself because I'm excited. It's Hull City tomorrow night. We've got to watch along. Join us at 7 o'clock with the team news, and I think the team news is massive again. Mourinho, who, for those who didn't hear the press conference, there's 2 or 3 things that come out of it. Young and Rooney staying till the summer at least, and Young involved tomorrow, which I'm not happy about. I'm going to come to that in a minute. Second thing is that he's got his players lined up for the summer and he knows who he wants, and whether he can get them or not, he knows who he wants, which is brilliant. So yeah, very, very positive about this. How do we line up against Hull tomorrow? Well, we win the bloody game. That's what we do. I don't care how we win it. I know lots of you will be saying we need to win it 4 or 5-0. You know what? Points on the table, please. If you think goal difference is going to matter against them bottlers, I mean, remember this is North London bottlers, Arsenal and Spurs. They're going to bottle it a lot more between now and the end of the season. As long as we keep winning games, we don't need to worry about goal difference. Same for Liverpool. So I'm not worried about goal difference tomorrow. I'm not going to get greedy. I'll take a 1-0 win now and 3 points. But the team I would go with tomorrow, De Gea in goal, Valencia right back, Bailly and Rojo, Luke Shaw at left back, midfield 3 of Carrick, Herrera and Pogba picks itself. Zlatan up front picks himself. Mkhitaryan on the right and Martial on the left. That's the team I would go with. It would obliterate Hull. Will we pick that team? No, we won't. We won't see Luke Shaw at left back for a start. We might not see Bailly playing at centre back. I think he'll go definitely Jones and probably Rojo. I think he'll play Darmian at left back. Midfield 3, I would hope he will go with Carrick, Herrera and Pogba. I don't think he's going to play Martial. In fact, I don't think Martial will make the squad. I think it will be Rashford on the left. Mkhitaryan, I think he'll be on the bench. I think he'll play either Mata or Lingard on the right and Zlatan up front. So straight away, there's 2 or 3 players that I wouldn't be picking tomorrow. I want Luke Shaw to start playing games. I want Martial to start. He's 7 starts, 7 assists. Might not be at the top of his game yet, but he's only going to get at the top of his game by playing games. And Mkhitaryan was a revelation on Sunday, so he's got to start. But I think he will mess around with it. He said that Ashley Young's going to be on the bench, which causes problems straight away. If Ashley Young's on the bench, that means that either Martial or Lingard or Mkhitaryan or Rashford are not going to make it on the bench. My thoughts on Ashley Young, and it's not the United stands, because I know a lot of people on the United stand like him. I know Alex likes him. Ashley Young's not done anything in a Manchester United shirt for over a year. I had somebody saying to me today that, every time he plays for us, he plays really well. Did you watch him play at right back against Zoya? He was poor. He's not been very good at Manchester United for a long time. He's a good professional footballer, Ashley Young. I like him a lot, but if you're going to say that Rooney's on the decline, you've got to be consistent about other players as well. And I think Ashley Young is on the decline. I agree with his keeping him, because I think if you got 3 or 4 injuries, it's an experienced body. But this is somebody who's on over 100 grand a week. He's into his 30s, he's on the decline. I don't think he should make the bench tomorrow. I think we've got far, far better options, and that's not being an Ashley Young hater, that's being a bloody realistic, and that's me wanting to grab the 3 points tomorrow and not mess up another opportunity at home. We've got to win tomorrow, and I'm sorry, Ashley, but Martial, Lingard, Mkhitaryan, Rashford are all better than you. Shaw's, and people have even said he might be playing at left back. Luke Shaw, Daley Blind, better left back, or he might play at right back. Valencia, Fosu Mensah, better right back. He shouldn't be on the bench. He should not be on the bench. We should not be taking any more liberties or any more chances. We've got to win the game tomorrow, and I don't care if people think I'm being unfair on people. We've got to put our best team out tomorrow and win the game. And the same against Leicester at the weekend. We can't be messing around picking Fellaini. Can't be messing around starting Rooney. You've got to pick the players who are going to win the game, and that's why it's got to be Pogba, Herrera and Carrick in the midfield. It's got to be Zlatan up front. You've got to get Mkhitaryan in, and if you're not going to play Martial on the left, you've got to play Rashford. That front 6 winners the game. The back 4, I'm not, I'd like to see Luke Shaw or Blind at left back, because I don't like Darmian at left back. But if he picks him, I don't think it will cost us the game. And again, if he picks Jones and Rojo, I don't think it will cost us the game. But I would have picked Bailly. But I don't want to see any messing around with that front 6. Carrick, Herrera, Pogba, Zlatan up front, Mkhitaryan and either Martial or Rashford on the left. Don't want to see Lingard starting on the right either, because if he has another average performance, he's been average since West Brom away, where he had that good first half before Christmas. Can't afford it. Can't afford any risk pickers tomorrow. Can't afford to pick Lingard. Can't afford to pick Rooney or Fellaini. What if they have a bad game and we blow it? We cannot blow this opportunity. We're all really excited. Can't wait for it tomorrow. Massive opportunity given to us, because Watford have beaten Arsenal, Liverpool have drawn with Chelsea, and Spurs have bottled it against David Moyes. Anything can happen in football, and if he gets the team wrong tomorrow, we of course we can draw at home to Hull. Nothing. If one thing tonight has taught us, you cannot take anything for granted. He's got to go with the team that will win the game tomorrow, and we've got to start fast, and I would start fast players. That's what I would do. Schweinsteiger's interesting. I would have Schweinsteiger on the bench. I don't think he'll be on the bench either. I don't think Schweinsteiger or Martial or even Luke Shaw will be on the bench tomorrow, which is sad, because I think they need to be, because they need to play Premier League minutes, because there's no point playing him in a game on Sunday, and then if they don't play tomorrow, they're definitely not going to be involved for the Leicester away, because that's the tougher game. So they don't play for another week and a half. You need to get these sort of players playing minutes so that they can build on yesterday. Otherwise, You play on Sunday against Wigan. You don't play for a couple of weeks. You're back to square one again because you're losing that flow and momentum. They need to be involved. Usman says that Young on the bench doesn't mean he will play. No, you're missing the point, Usman. That's not what I said. I'll be bloody amazed if Ashley Young starts tomorrow. What I'm saying is he's an oxygen thief taking up somebody's space on the bench. Tomorrow, if you go with the team that I'm going with, then you've already got people like Martial, Schweinsteiger, Fellaini, Rooney, Lingard, Smalling, Daley Blind. There's others I've not even mentioned. Who? That's more than 7 already, and then you want to put Ashley Young on the bench. No, we are in a situation now. The great thing about beating Wigan at the weekend was basically our reserves all played really well. Well, we've got a whole new team coming back tomorrow. You know, there was no Zlatan at the weekend. There was no Rashford. There was no Lingard. There was no Darmian. There was no Phil Jones. There was no Valencia. There was no Carrick. Herrera only came on. Pogba, we've not even mentioned him. It's a whole other team. There's going to be players who aren't on the bench tomorrow who played well on Sunday who deserve to be on the bench. But then you're going to chuck Ashley Young in to take a place. I don't agree with it. I'm not the manager, but you have your say about it. I'm just saying my concern about people like Ashley Young are he's not been playing for one, and he's not played well for a year. If we need him, I'd rather have the players who played at the weekend who played well. Let's get some momentum. I don't want to be here tomorrow night, and I will go mad tomorrow night if we don't beat Hull. We cannot waste any more opportunities. We've lost 10 points at home, as we all know. We've had a great run. We've got to get the win tomorrow, and we can't mess around with silly obsessions about, I want to pick Fellaini, or, harking back to the past, let's start Rooney. Let's not start Rooney. Let's not start Fellaini. Let's get that front 6 of Carrick, Herrera, Pogba, Mkhitaryan, Martial or Rashford on the left, and Zlatan up front, and let's get this game won. And it's 2 or 3-0. You can bring Rooney and Fellaini on. I'll welcome them on as long as the game is won and out of sight, and we've got to win it tomorrow. And I tell you what, if we're in the situation tomorrow where we've won that game and we are 3 points off second place, which is Arsenal and Spurs, and we are 2 points off Liverpool, and I don't care about City because they'll bottle it anyway, then ding dang do. We're on a great run. And just to add to the optimism as well, because we've got to be optimistic. Do enjoy this. We've got to be optimistic. When you look at the league table at the moment for the Premier League, it makes very interesting reading, as many of you will know. Like I just said there, we're 6th at the moment. I still think we'll be 6th tomorrow because I can't see City losing at all. I think they're away to Burnley. Let's have a look. No, they're away to West Ham. You never know. You never know. City could drop points tomorrow. So if they drew and we win, they will still be 6th because they've got a better goal difference unless we whack Hull. But we win tomorrow, we are 2 points behind Liverpool and 3 points off second place, which is Spurs and Arsenal. And then you go into the weekend games. Chelsea play Arsenal, and Arsenal are away, so they could lose that. Spurs are home to Middlesbrough, they'll probably win that. Liverpool away to Hull, they might win that. And we're away to Leicester. But it suddenly makes everything very, 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 very interesting. And then the following week, we're home to Watford. Well, then again, they did just beat Arsenal. Liverpool play Spurs. So one of those two, or hopefully both will draw, we make points again. I think by the middle of February, which funnily enough is when the Europa League kicks in, we'd probably be in the top 4. And then we've got a big decision to make because we cannot make the mistake we made before Christmas of playing on a Thursday night and a Sunday lunchtime, 2.5 days rest and picking the same players. He's got to utilise the squad. And I don't know what you lot think, but if we're in the top 4 when the Europa League starts, and I want you to comment, I know we're live at the moment and we're live commenting at the moment, but if you revisit the video when it's not live and comment below, or if you're not watching live, please do comment below. If we're in the top 4 when the first leg against Saint Etienne comes up in the middle of February, which I predict we will be, what do we do? Do we focus on the Premier League and make sure we're putting our best team out in the Premier League every Sunday and use the squad for the Europa League, or do we try and do both? Comment below, tell us what you would prioritise, because I'll tell you now, if we go for both, playing Thursday and then Sunday lunchtime or Sunday early afternoon, 2.5 days, I think we'll come unstuck if he keeps picking the same players like he did before Christmas. For me, you go for top 4. We've got a fantastic run of games. You look at our next run of games, and we've been given a massive opportunity tonight. We've got Hull tomorrow. We win that. Like I say, we're in 3 points of second place. Leicester away on Sunday, which is probably our most difficult game when you look at it, because then we've got Watford at home the following Saturday. Then, obviously, we don't play against Manchester City because that's been rearranged. So our next game is Bournemouth at home. You'd expect another 3 points from that. Whereas Liverpool have got Arsenal that week. You see what I mean? It starts to, you're starting to get more and more optimistic. Tottenham have got Everton. The week after that, we go to Southampton. Again, potentially quite a difficult game. But it's there. It's there for us to go to Southampton and win a game. Then we've got Middlesbrough away. Again, we should fancy winning that. When Liverpool have got City, again, they're going to drop points. The following week, Arsenal have got Man City. We are home to West Brom. So virtually every week, we've got a winnable game, and everybody above us are playing each other. So if we are not, we've got to just go for it. I know we can't win the league. But and Leicester are struggling at the moment, Darth Vader, you're right. I know we can't win the league. It's a long shot. But if we can get second, which is what I predicted, then that is a fantastic thing. And you take that. And I know the Europa League would be nice to win, but I don't want to jeopardise getting well and truly ingrained into the top four. And, let's win the FA Cup and the League Cup. I'll be happy with that. Second, the League Cup and the FA Cup, I'm happy with that. Europa League can do one. It's 9 games to have one shot at it in the final. And we should prioritise league points as far as I'm concerned. How long is the show, Marcus? Says Mark Brown. I don't know how long we've been going on now. I'll tell you what, if we get 200 likes on the video, I'll stay a little bit longer and take some of your questions. How's about that? We're on 150 likes at the moment. If you drop a like on the video and maybe click a share and share it on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll stay on for you. Because if we go over 1,000 viewers, I will definitely stay on till 10:30 for you. So drop a like, share the video. You can do that on Facebook or Twitter. The share button's underneath, and we'll stay on for you a little bit longer, and I'll take some of your questions. Basil says he's waiting on Arsenal Fan TV. I suspect Arsenal Fan TV probably like losing because it's Arsenal Fan TV and chill. I think they'll probably be up at about 10:30. Well, probably about 11:15, isn't it? It takes them about an hour. Let's have a look. Premier League is our number one priority, says Colby. Play a strong side for the league and play players like Fosu Mensah, Schweinsteiger and Lingard in the Europa League, which I totally agree with. Can we all just pray for 1 minute for tomorrow, says Mega Gabby Boy. Correction there. Everybody's welcome. And Man United really need to win tomorrow, says Ibrahim. Understatement. We bloody have to win tomorrow. Red Rabbits with me. We'll get second. Big chance tomorrow to get the points on the board. I'll tell you what, I'm going to be honest with you. I expected Arsenal to win. I expected Spurs. Those two results, I thought they're definitely going to happen. Arsenal and Spurs winning. And I had a funny feeling that Liverpool would win as well. So to be in this position, enjoy it. Life's about opportunities. We've got a massive opportunity in front of us. If we blow it tomorrow, you can join me for the match reaction and we'll all go bloody mad, and we will be asking questions of the players as to why, when it's on a plate, they haven't done it. Do I think that will happen? No. I've got a funny feeling we'll win it 3 or 4-1. And I got it right at the weekend with 4-0. So I think we'll win it 3 or 4-1. I don't think the players will mess this opportunity up, and I don't think Jose will as well. I don't think Hull are as bad as people think. I think they're much improved under their new manager. But I think we will win, and we need to. And the momentum, the thing is, we played really well on Sunday, but the worrying thing, I understand where people are coming from, the worrying thing is the first team haven't played that well in the last 3 games. Liverpool at home didn't turn up, Stoke away, bad finishing, and I don't think we played particularly well. And then Hull last week, I think that was a mental block as well. But tomorrow, even those games against Stoke and Burnley and Arsenal and West Ham at home, we did play well in them. We just didn't put the chances away. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does go attacking with that attacking 6. But I don't want to see any Fellaini or Rooney, because Fellaini's too slow to move the ball. We don't need to play long ball against Hull at home. Maybe in the last half an hour we could use that option. I don't mind using that option. And Rooney, his touch and movement is just not quick enough. So impact sub for him as well. Calvin Kamani, we can't blow it tomorrow. We will win that for sure. Xander's trying. Mad Marcus is trying for Xander. I don't know what they're trying to do. Abdullah says Alex talks rubbish. Alex hasn't been on. What's your bet for tomorrow, Mark? Says Ashley Davies. I haven't thought about it, but I'd go Manchester United to win by more than 2 clear goals. I think we'll win it comfortably. Mad Marcus isn't coming on. Not with his ailments. Mark, did you have a look at Naby Keita? I didn't, Julian. I didn't. Transfer things have sort of gone out of my head. I know there's a Manchester United aren't doing anything, so we don't need to talk about the transfer window. Maybe Liverpool need to. No Copite Kieran on tonight. We normally have a few Liverpool fans. None of them on tonight. Match of the day will be worth watching tonight, says Matty Ray. It will be. Ewan MacGyver, I don't know who plays. People like Zlatan and Pogba need to take their chances. Ewan, check your messages on Skype. Actually, I've messaged you on Skype, and I've messaged a couple of people on Skype. So if you are watching, there was a lad called Radcliffe who was on last night. I've messaged you on Skype about something, so make sure you pick that up as well. Mark, are you ready for the Arsenal Fan TV markdown? I don't watch it. I don't watch other channels. We need to win tomorrow. Strongest team for tomorrow for definite. Oscar to China, Guy Griffiths. He's already gone. Why do the FA hate us, says Steve Shellen? I don't know. I thought Clattenburg did quite well tonight. Yeah, I thought the penalty was a joke, but the free kick was fantastic. Give the first 11 prediction, Mark. Richie CR, Arlong, Ewan. Well, I did what I would pick. I think what Mourinho will pick is De Gea in goal, Valencia right back. I think he'll go Jones and Rojo centre backs, Darmian at left back. I wouldn't do that. I'd play Shaw. I'd play Bailly as well at centre back instead of Jones. Midfield 3. I think he will go Carrick, Herrera and Pogba. Please, he's got to do that. I think he's not stupid enough not to do that. I think he'll actually go Lingard on the right and Rashford on the left with Zlatan up front. I would go Mkhitaryan on the right and Martial on the left. But I don't even expect Martial, Schweinsteiger or Shaw to be on the bench tomorrow, considering he said that Young will be on the bench. I mean, you can pick... The bench is pretty obvious, isn't it? The bench will be Romero, Smalling, probably Blind. So that's 3. Definitely Fellaini. Definitely Ashley Young, because we know. Rooney. And I would imagine it will be... Well, maybe... If he plays Lingard and Rashford... You'd hope it's Mkhitaryan, but then there's no place for Mata, Martial, Schweinsteiger. This is what I mean. People are thinking, oh, Ashley Young on the bench, it's not too much of a problem. I've just tried to pick a bench there, and straight away you're leaving either you're leaving one out of Mata, you're leaving 2 out of Mata, Lingard, or Martial, or Rashford. 3 of them out, if that makes any sense. Our bench is going to be very competitive now. But I think he's rewarded Ashley Young with the bench to keep him, because I think Ashley Young wanted to go, and I think Ashley Young has said, I want to go because you're not giving me any football. And I think Mourinho has said, I really want you to stay, which I can understand because if we get a few injuries, he's a senior pro. But he's quite rightly not even involved in the reserves team to play Wigan at the weekend. And I think Young's manipulated a place onto the bench. I think Mourinho said, I'll put you on the bench if you stay and I'll give you a bit more game time, which I do understand because we need a big squad and we've got a lot of tournaments coming up. But I wouldn't have Ashley Young anywhere near the bench at the moment. I think his form is nowhere near lots of other players. And I keep saying this, I keep saying it, we've got to win the game tomorrow. We can't be bloody doing people favours. We've got to win the game tomorrow. We need to get the essence of the Mickey Martial goal injected into the team, says Wilf. Yes, we do. We need to win at all costs and build up play. Has to be quick, says Marek. Yes, we do. Mix the team with pace and slow players and have a fast bench, says Indie Tagger. You need to develop that a bit, mate. I don't know what slow players you're on about. Fellaini to China, 50 million. Yeah, we'd love that. I thought Mourinho doesn't get injuries, mark up all these people. Mark, which players in United squad are good enough to win the title? Says De Gea. That's a weird question. You've asked that before, Shaka. You've got De Gea, Smalling, Martial, Pogba, Shaw, Mata, Bailly, Valencia. Well, they're all good enough to win the title if they're part of the Manchester United squad that wins the title next year, which it will. And I personally wouldn't sell any of De Gea, Smalling, Martial, Pogba, Shaw, Mata, Bailly or Valencia. I wouldn't. I've got... If Mourinho can do what he's done with Rojo and Jones, then he can turn Chris Smalling into a brilliant centre-back. Because Chris Smalling has got the raw ability to be a good centre-back. He was very good last year under Van Gaal. And as much as people get on Smalling's back, I don't really agree with it. I don't think it's fair. And Smalling makes us a threat from corners. He's scored a corner this year. Not many people have. In fact, him and Pogba and Schweinsteiger are the only 3 out of the million corners we've had. He's a threat in the opposition's box. And Wigan at the weekend, I know they're a championship side, but they were quite big and quite combative. Did they score or nearly score from a header? No, because Smalling is good at dealing with crosses, which we are not good at. So I quite like that aspect of Smalling's game. Whether we'll go and sign somebody better in the summer, which I hope we do, I don't know. But I think Manchester United really lack somebody dominant in the air, and Smalling's the closest we've got to that. And there are concerns about Bailly's injury record. I think he's all right, but there are concerns about it. Darth Vader says that Bastian played well, but remember it was against Wigan. We all know it was against Wigan, but that's why we want him to be involved tomorrow, because he needs to build on that. Can he do it in the Premier League? I think he can. We need to take our chances when team above us bottle it, says Ali. You're right. Our squad is good enough to win a title. It's those ties that messed us up, says Giovanni. Yeah, well, we know at the end of the season, wherever we finish in the league, we will look back at Stoke and Burnley and Arsenal and West Ham and the Fellaini massacre at Goodison Park as 10 points dropped. And whatever you say, maybe we've had other results like Hull away at the start of the season where we scored in the last minute. So if you subtract, maybe, if you're generous and you subtract 4 points from that 10 we dropped, we should have at least 6 points that we've got, arguably more. So at the end of the season, you need to add at least 6 points onto whatever our score is. And that's where we should have done if we hadn't drawn so many at home. But we did. And we've done fantastically well since December to get where we are now. I feel that we dropped 2 points away to Stoke last week. Big time. Definitely did. I think that we dropped 2 points at home to Liverpool because we didn't turn up. But we've dropped a lot of points. But the reality is, regardless of those points dropped, and if we got them, we'd be well chasing Chelsea. Regardless of those points dropped, we win tomorrow. We're 2 points behind Liverpool and we're 3 points off second. And you know what? That is an indication of just how much everybody else is above us has bottled it as well. Because we know we've bottled a lot of points this year. And it just shows you what everyone else has done. And let's not forget, Liverpool and Chelsea have had no European football either. They've had all week off to play football games. They should be first and second in the league. So Chelsea are where I'd expect them to be with the players they've got and the rest they get. And they're going to have that advantage again from the middle of February because they're not in Europe and everyone else is. And Liverpool will have that advantage as well. We'll see what happens. But we win tomorrow. I'm absolutely confident that we will win the game tomorrow, and we have to win the game tomorrow, and then we'll take it from there, won't we? But join me tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for the watch along. It's going to be an exciting one. It's way better to watch the United stand, even if you're watching the game and just mute your audio in there and join in with everyone else who watches, because I think we're in for another exciting game. And the one thing I will keep saying is that the great thing about Manchester United at the moment, and the positive of that huge negative of all the points we dropped, you look at Liverpool and the way that they've bottled it in all the tournaments they're in, and they're trying to focus on the league now, and they still can't get a result at home. You look at United, and I applauded Mourinho about this last night. Everything we've entered, we're still in. Everything we're in, we're still in. And now, from February to May, if we keep on doing this, every game matters. We can't afford to really drop any more points in the league. I think if we drop points tomorrow, we may as well just give up on it. I know we don't need to give up on it because the bottlers above us will still keep giving us opportunities. But there's no excuses if we don't beat Hull tomorrow. But every game is important now. We win tomorrow, hopefully. We go to Leicester. We've got to win. We beat Leicester. Then the next game after that, I think we've got Watford at home, have we? Or is it an FA Cup game? I don't know. They're just thick and fast, but every game matters, and it really is exciting. Marek says, where can you get a United stand top? I don't know. It's not better than live commentary, says Afan. Mark, be honest. A lot of people prefer it. A lot of people prefer me to... You might be listening to bloody Michael Owen tomorrow night. That's a right insult, saying that we're not better than Michael Owen. You need your ears cleaning out, mate. It's not even just for listening to me anyway. It's the interaction with the live comments. See you tomorrow, Kev McGee. Thanks for that. I was going to take a couple more questions, but people are starting to leave. Beck said's birthday tomorrow, so he wants them to win. Get to 320 likes, and Marcus will present the next preview. You can do that if you want. I tell you what, we'll put it up to 500 likes, because then it's unachievable. We need to play with the number 10 tomorrow, says Joshua. Yeah, but I that was in the back of my head. The games against Leicester, especially, where we had Mata as a number 10 and we played Pogba and Carrick. He might do that. I don't think he will, but he might do that. I'm just waiting to see if anyone's going to add anything else. So yeah, I'm going 4-1 tomorrow. I'm going to be brave, but on the other hand, I would take 1-0. Enjoy your day tomorrow, whatever you're doing. School, college, work, the Dole queue. That's Liverpool. But enjoy your day tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock for the team news. That's always interesting at the moment. He's got so many options at the moment. There's so many people playing well. But I think the most important thing, and it's not hate, don't pick Fellaini, don't pick Rooney because they'll slow us down. We need to get at them tomorrow and use pace. And whether that's, I'd play Martial on the left and Mkhitaryan on the right. But even if it's Rashford on the left and Lingard on the right, I wouldn't play Lingard, but you know what I mean. We've still got a bit of pace. We've got to get at them. And also, I think Zlatan will score tomorrow. If you are a betting person, I'd go Zlatan to score at any time. I think it's money in the bank. Do you think we should have got Pereira back from loan, Bappy 11? No. Good question. No, I don't. I think we've got a massive squad. I think we can bring him back at any time. But I think if we did bring him back, he wouldn't be playing first team football. And in Granada, he's playing in a very, very difficult situation where they're fighting relegation, but he's playing every week and he's playing very well. And that learning curve will be far better than him coming back to Manchester United and struggling to get on our bench. I think he needs a full season, playing the way he is, comes back in the summer with a load of experience and battles it out to try and get in the United squad. And I hope he's given a chance. I really like him. I really do. But what I want you to do is, obviously for those people who are watching live now, you can visit the video in an hour when the comments underneath open if you want to. But for those not watching live as well, comment below. I think by the middle of February, we will be in the top 4. That's when the Europa League starts up. That's when we start playing Thursday and Sunday, sometimes 2.5 days rest. Before Christmas, we were playing the same team more or less, and we were dropping points. Funnily enough, to Watford, we hardly took any points after Europa League fixtures. If we want to do well this season, I think we've got to focus on the Premier League and you've got to put a different team out in the Europa League. That's my thoughts. What's your thoughts? What is the priority? Is it top 4 or is it Europa League? Would you pick one team for one for the other, or would you try and do both? Get commenting below. Let us know what you think about that. I really want to read, and we'll pick up. We're live for an hour before the watch along tomorrow anyway. So once the team news is done for the first 20 minutes, we'll read a load of these comments out and see what you think. So thanks everyone for watching. I really enjoyed it. It's been a fantastic night. Apologies for my singing at the start, but I felt like a sing. It's not every night you get a good run of thing, and that's why I like football. I'm going to go and watch a bit of Match of the Day. But thanks everybody for watching, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Our Parky, a channel has copied you. Don't know what channel you're on about, but leave it on the live comments and I'll have a read about that. And I'll speak to you all very soon. Join me tomorrow at the watch along. Make sure to drop the video a like. Please share it on your social media accounts because that really helps, and there's a share button under the video. And subscribe to the United Stand if you've stumbled upon us new. We are a live content channel, and you'll get a notification every time we go live if you subscribe and click the bell. It's free. And welcome to the United Stand. Brilliant show again tonight.